Hare Krishna. The mind is a specialist in forgetfulness. We live in an age of specialization and super specialization. Different people, they excel, study very deeply in certain fields and they specialize. That means in those fields, they can do things which other people cannot do. So, now we ourselves may be specialists in some field or we may not be. But we have a specialist inside us, and that specialist is the mind. The mind specializes in forgetfulness. That we may learn a lot of good advice from reliable and respectable sources, but the mind just, we hear it, we think this is such a life-changing insight. Now my life is not going to be the same now that I have learned this. But after some time, we just forget it and our life goes back to the same old story, same sorry old story. So the mind makes us forget. The Bhagavad Gita says in 6.34, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi ballavadrudham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. So he says drudha. Drudham means, the word drudha is sometimes used positively in the Bhagavad Gita. Drudha is used to refer to determination. But the same word drudha in this case 6.34 is used to refer to obstinacy. So it's very strong and it's obstinate. What is its obstinacy about? It is obstinate in refusing to learn. So the mind just hears good instruction and it keeps forgetting. It's almost like there is a perpetual delete button in the mind which makes it forget whatever we have learned. Now the mind is a specialist in forgetfulness in another sense. The mind, it specially chooses what to forget. So in the sense that it doesn't forget everything. When we are exposed to worldly stimuli, when we see some sensory images, when we have some sensual experiences, the mind just remembers them and replays those memories again and again for us to tempt us and to lure us to fall back to those actions once again. So in that sense, the mind specializes in forgetting certain things and in not forgetting certain things. That's how it actually acts as a dangerous enemy. Nonetheless, although this specialist, Krishna, the mind is there within us, there is a super specialist Krishna who is also there within us. And he can help us to deal with the mind. So, if we just expose ourselves to Krishna regularly by the practice of bhakti, sometimes the mind will not like it, the mind may not want us to practice bhakti, but if we just keep practicing bhakti diligently, what happens is that consistent connection with Krishna, it purifies us. That means this mind, which is a specialist in selective remembrance. Why does it remember certain things? Because it thinks these are enjoyable. And why does it forget certain things? Because it feels those things will obstruct my enjoyment. But by repeated exposure to Krishna, the mind starts realizing that actually remembrance of Krishna is joyful. It is not obstructing my joy. Actually, it is helping me to find real joy. When the mind gets it, then it starts cherishing the opportunities to remember Krishna. It starts looking forward to remember Krishna. It makes us absorbed in Krishna. And thus, we become joyfully progressive in our spiritual journey. So till that time when the mind becomes purified, we have to know that the mind is a specialist in forgetfulness, and that's why we have to pay special attention to keep reminding ourselves of Krishna, to reminding ourselves of the truths that inspire us to move towards Krishna. Even if we forget them, rather than becoming disheartened by the forgetfulness, we should see that simply as a result of the mind's obstinacy, and know that we have to be more determined than what the mind is obstinate. When our determination supersedes the mind's obstinacy, then we'll get purification. And by that purification, the mind's obstinacy will change and it will boost our determination, not sabotage our determination. And then we can joyfully march towards Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.